Preparations to mark the Silver Jubilee of Kabaka Ronald Mutebi's coronation on July 31st are in high gear. As the population continues to grow and become more cosmopolitan, New Vision TV takes a look at the future prospects of the largest cultural institution in Uganda. On July 31st, 1993, Ronald Edward Frederick Chimera Mwenda Mutebi II was crowned as the 36th Kabaka of Baganda. He became the third Kabaka since the British colonialists overthrew the great-grandfather, the last king of the independent Baganda, Mwanga II, who died in exile in the Seychelles. Mutebi's father, Edward Mutesa II, was overthrown in the bloody Republican coup in 1966 and died in exile in England. In 1993, the NRM government of President Yoweri Museveni restored the traditional institution of the Kabaka, and it is 25 years since the great event. 2 years after the coronation of the 36th Kabaka, a new constitution of Uganda was promulgated. It presented a reality check to those Baganda who were still euphoric over the coronation, as the Kabakaship was clearly defined as a cultural institution. Article 16 stipulated that nobody can be compelled to pay allegiance to a cultural leader and that the cultural leadership cannot exercise any administrative, legislative, or fiscal authority anywhere, even at a local government level. That is when the term Byoya Byanswa, meaning hot air, gained currency. Demands of federal gathered momentum, and the Kabakaship refused to constitute Baganda as a union of districts as allowed by law. The Kabakaship at Mengo stepped up demands for federal, which means autonomy. However, the constitution allowed the Kabakaship to transact legally and own property for itself or in trust for the people who subscribed to it. Friction between Mengo and the central government increased until the Kabaka found it necessary to remove the hardliner Katikiro in the person of Dan Molika. Even after the removal of Molika from Katikiraship, matters did not improve. The climax came in 2009 when the moderate Katikiro Jebi Walusimbi was stopped from accessing Kayunga, otherwise Bugerere County, where he was going to prepare for the tour by the king. A local traditional leader was claiming that the country was autonomous and not under the Kabaka. Protests that came to be known as the Kayunga riots broke out. They are the worst public uprising the NRM government has ever faced in its 32 years. Since the Kayunga riots and the subsequent appointment of Charles Peter Maiga as Katikiro, a quiet peace or absence of hostility has prevailed between Mengo and the central government. Government has returned many properties that were confiscated after the 1966 crisis to the Kabakaship. At 63 years of age, Kabaka Mutebi is the longest living Kabaka ever, as most of his predecessors died in their 30s. Being in good health, he is likely to be on the throne for the next 25 years. The challenges facing him include an increasingly cosmopolitan population that may not necessarily owe allegiance to him, even as they live in Uganda. He may also face a declining revenue collection, as he cannot levy but can only raise commercial revenue from institutional properties. But he has also lost most of the land that used to be under the former kingdom, as the famous 9,000 square miles went to the districts that were allocated and some grabbed. Even some of the 350 square miles directly belonging to the Kabaka was grabbed by both small encroachers and by powerful people. However, the Kabaka enjoys a lot of goodwill from his culture subjects. Baganda have a lot of love for the Kabaka. This has mostly been sustained by the clan system. So even as the institution of the Kabakaship is losing and will soon not have any territorial definition, it lives and keeps on growing in the people's beliefs, including the young. Even the central government is conscious of this support, and when the Kabaka recently complained over an official map of Uganda that did not show the boundaries of Baganda, government has moved to clarify it, and UBOS, the Bureau of Statistics, has issued a new map showing Baganda with apologies by the UBOS management. With the enormous goodwill enjoyed by the Kabaka, there are unlimited opportunities to strengthen the institution of the Kabakaship. This may require the sophisticated model like the Aga Khan leadership, which does not base on territorial but spiritual and economic leadership, as was demonstrated over the 27 years when the Kabakaship was abolished. The spirit of the Baganda cannot easily die out. The Kabaka remains the second most influential person in Uganda after the president, and a focused but sophisticated will ensure that the Kabakaship grows stronger and more relevant.